Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Stormworks video and welcome to part 13 of the supply ship build. In today's episode, we will be making a crane to handle the loading and unloading of the small electric submarine. We're also going to make it remote control so that way we don't have to be climbing up and down the ship all the time to be able to operate it. We've also got a couple of things to add to the submarine as well as a couple of changes to our ship to make this all work properly. But anyways guys, as always, I hope you'll enjoy. Let's get started. Alrighty guys, here we are in the workbench once again. So in my selection grid here, I have our little submarine. So what I was thinking we could do, I think we might put it in this area here-ish, and rather than being down here, I think it might be a little bit better. We can kind of lift it off and lower it into water this way. So we might roughly position where we want it to be. If we bring it down a little bit more, all the way down to there-ish, yeah, something like that. It's going to have to sit out there. It can't go over. Oh, it might have to, even though that fin's going to stick over. It should be right though. It should be just fine just here. So what we might do, I won't paste it in down there just yet. I might lift it up a little bit so it's out of the way. So we'll paste it there. Now, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to make this door here a bit more narrow and delete that one, I think. I'm not sure. This definitely needs to be more narrow though, because we're not going to be able to open it or get around into it past the submarine. So what I think we might do, we might clear the content there. We might grab this whole frame all the way up into... I'm going to grab that one as well. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to come down into here. So that is that whole piece. That's the hinge there too. Awesome. So what if we come over 2 blocks there? That'd be all right. That should be fine. We'll paste that. Very good. And then we're going to come over here and do the exact same on this side. So we'll grab that and we'll come over 1, 2 blocks. So something just like this. Actually, I didn't grab that properly, did I? Let's start that again. All right. We've got the whole thing now with the button, except we've grabbed a little bit of that floor there, but that's all right. We'll sort that out after. So we'll grab this, move it over 1, 2 blocks, something just like that should be fine. We'll paste that in and merge those two together. That needs to go for that, and that one there. That needs to go to the top, and that one to the top as well. Very good. So that should be how we want it. Now let's fix up this bit of floor that we've mucked up. Something like that is pretty good. I don't know what we're going to do about this door, so we'll just leave it for the moment. So what we could probably do, we might grab this one, and we'll move it over a couple of blocks. Might be best if we chuck it right here. That'd be all right. Should be fine. Or maybe over one more. Yeah, that's all right. We'll just fill that back in. Very good. And we'll just give those a quick paint, even though we've got a lot of paint to fix up afterwards, but that's okay. Oh, that evens out as well. 3 between each window. Very nice. Okie dokie. So let's grab the submarine again and get it in the position that we want it to sit. So if we bring it down to roughly this area, I might move it forward 1 block or 1 more again. That should be just fine right there, actually. I like that. So we'll paste that right here. Now, the crane that we're going to use is going to be fairly interesting. So what we could probably do, we're going to get rid of some rails on each side just so they're out of the way for the moment. And I might just, we'll leave that for now. Let's just go back on the one side and work on this side, and then we'll fix them all up afterwards. Now, we're going to need some robotic hinges. So let's grab a couple of them. So we're going to use these ones here. We're going to go in white. And now we need to work out whereabouts we're going to put these. So let's delete all of this, and we'll try and work out a good spot to put them. So maybe something like that will be just fine, actually. I like it. And then we'll just fill in the floor around it. Yes, and we've got all of this to go down as well, down to there. Actually, just before we keep on going, I'm going to move these down 1 more block, I think. Might just go down to there. Might look a little bit better. We'll go like that. Awesome. So that is going to not leak. Good. The hinges in that bit there. Okay, nice. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to grab a couple of wedges. So we're going to go along the top here, and we go along that one. Very good. And then we're going to get some more blocks, and we're going to come along underneath it. So that will sort of support it a little bit. We might just concentrate on coming out for now. And then we'll make it a little bit wider there. Cool. And we'll do the exact same thing along here. We'll go to there and connect all that together. Now, I need these all merged together. So we'll bring that along and then merge them together, and we'll delete that piece afterwards. That can go now. Very good. And we'll just fill that in, and 1 more perhaps. Oh, that's a bit too wide actually. Anyway, let's just take that back a couple. And now we're going to get some more wedges to come upwards. So we want to clear the submarine though. So if we come up about here, does that leave enough of a gap? Yes, it does. Very good. And does that not clear that fin there? Oh, that might be a problem. Since those fins are only for rolling, what we might do, I might move them into a different position. We grab that and we might move it back to here. That'd be all right. Should be fine. Should be out of the way. Paste it in. Okay. And we'll just go and grab the other one and do the exact same thing. Just like that. That is a little bit better. So that way it clears it. So that should be get us out of trouble. Anyway, that's good. So we'll come up a little bit here and we'll just get rid of those pieces. So that's even now. Okay, good. So that clears the whole submarine very nicely, actually. Good. Now we're going to grab a couple more wedges. I don't know if we should just go along here with some. We'll see how it looks. If we go like that, yeah, okay. We'll grab a few more, put them under here. That's, yeah, okay. I don't know. Something like this maybe. If we had that filled in, what does that look like? It looks a bit thick, doesn't it? Okay. Unless we bring back this a little bit and see what that looks like. I think that looks pretty good actually, so we might continue that all the way along. So let's go like this, like that, and just fill in that little spot. Very good. Now I could probably grab a couple of little wedges of these and put them under here. Yeah. Okay, so it looks half attached. It looks pretty strong actually. I like that. So we're going to do the exact same thing down here. So we're going to come a few along, and then we've got to fix up these curves, don't we? So let's sort that out now. So we need to get rid of this, and that, and we're going to grab some more wedges and turn these around, go along, and do the same thing up there. And then we've got to fit a couple more in this area. So we'll go along like that, and a couple more there, and fill in that spot, and fill in that spot. Very nice. Now we are going to put some sort of little hardpoint connector down here, but just for the moment, let's just get the rest of this crane sorted out. So positive opens it out that way, and then we want this to come up as well. So if we get rid of this and sit that up there, would that be all right? Maybe get rid of one more like this. All right, so what I've done, I've just quickly angled in both of these. I think that looks a little bit better. Make it come in towards the middle a little bit more. Let's grab another hinge out. So we need one of these. We'll chuck it right there. I think that's correct way. Yep, that's where we need it. And then we're going to connect these both together. So we'll go along like that and merge them just like so. Very good. Now we need to try and work out a way we can get this to go over the top of here and make it look half decent if possible. So what we could probably do, will fours be too big? Let's have a look. Let's put a couple in and see. Yeah, it's going to stick out a little bit too far. That's all right. Maybe we'll try some 1x2, see if that looks any better. All right, so this is what I've ended up with. Just a very basic little piece over the top there with a couple of winches on it to come down and connect onto the sub. So I think next up we should probably add some connectors on. So maybe this little sensor here can have to be moved. We might grab it and we'll chuck it back in the middle. Oh, what's that there? Is that just a wedge piece? Yes, it is. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll paste it right there and merge that back together. And we'll just grab a couple of yellow blocks and just fill that in. That'll be a-okay. Now, we're going to need some connectors. So let's use small connectors, I suppose. If we go, does that line up with that one? Yep. And then another one right here. Is that right? Yes, it is. Very good. So now we can grab some pivots to make a separate body. So we go one there and one there. And now we need to, oh, that is not the right spot. Chuck it there. Good. Now we're going to need a cable anchor. So that will have to go on the top, won't it? The only thing is, can we put that there? Okay, well, we can come up one more, actually. So let's grab a block again. We'll come up one more and one out. And then we should be able to fit a cable anchor on the top, hopefully. Yep, okay, one there. And then we're going to have a small connector sitting right underneath it. Very good. So we'll go like that. Awesome, so that should work out pretty well. So let's do the exact same thing on this side. So we'll go like that, get a little connector to put underneath, boop, and put a little cable anchor on the top just there. Good, so now the rest of this can go actually, boom, boom. Nice, so they are all ready to go, so we can pick it up with those, lower it into the water. Now we just need a way to secure this to the ship where we're not using it. We should also connect up a few cables as well, so go like that. So now we're going to need a couple of hardpoint pieces. So I've absolutely no idea how we're going to do this. Maybe down here, let's go hardpoint. What do we got to play with? One of these. Okay, well, let's start. Let's go in white so we can see what we're doing. Let's put a hard piece down here, hardpoint right there. And then if we break into this area, can I slip one of these directly in? Yes, we can. Very good. So that should work then. That'd be connected up there, and then we can connect the actual sub to the crane. Right, so let's put another one of those setups back here. This should work pretty well, actually. I like it. So grab one of the. Can I grab that piece? No, just grab it out here. Fine. We'll turn that around. Okay, go there, and then we'll get rid of those and grab one of them. Now we need to go around and connect it in and fill it in on the end there. Very good. So that crane can't go anywhere. Now we just need to connect this to the actual frame here. So how are we going to go about that? Well, I suppose what we could do, we could use this little area we've got back here and just have one connector on the back. That'll probably be more than enough, to be honest. Let's test that little theory. So if we put one in there, we're going to have to get rid of a couple of pieces so we can see what we're doing. Grab one of these, and if we turn that around to fit there, will that work? Just the one, then it can just sit on the front. Hopefully that should be all right. If not, we'll come up with something to make that work. But I think that this will be all right, actually. So let's just fill in that little hole that we've made. Can I get that to go the way I need it to go, please? So just like that, and then we'll just paint this back to that grey, and just under there as well. Boop. Awesome. So just like that. So the crane is mounted to the ship very well, hopefully. And the submarine itself is mounted to there, which is very good. So I've got this microcontroller prepared, which I made a bit earlier. We have the hinge output, we have the winch up, winch down, the lights, which we're going to put some lights just on the top of it, and the connectors, so we can actually connect it to the submarine itself. So if we chuck that right there, just on the deck for now, I think let's grab a little bit of radio gear. So we're going to need a radio itself, or a controller rather. Get one of these, remote control unit, and we're going to need small radio bits. So we're going to need a little baby antenna. So I think we can just put this on the ship anywhere. I don't think it really matters. Is there a range for this? 100 meters. Okay, so can we just chuck it up here so it's out of the way? That should be fine then. We just put it... No, it doesn't fit there. Perfect. We'll just chuck it right here then. That'll be a-okay. Very good. So I don't think this is a directional one, so we should be fine. It should still get reception up there, hopefully. And I've also got a little settings controller, which I got off the workshop as well. So we might go and chuck this all the way down here. We'll make it white. And we'll just go there, that'll be fine. So we'll move these into the proper room once we finish testing them. But that will be connected up to there, and this will go all the way up to the antenna itself. So we'll come all the way up and chuck it on there. Very good. So that should work pretty well. We are going to need a constant number as well. One of these, so we'll just chuck that down here. And we'll have all of this on channel 1, I suppose, will be fine. So now that's got to go to up here, does it? Yes. Up onto the little aerial there, so we'll chuck that up there. So that's channel 1, so that should be all good. Now we just going to connect up the rest of the logic. So we've got the hinges, so that will go to this one, and these two down here. So that one and that one. Very good. And we're going to have the release button on like an actual button up on the ship here, not on the remote. I don't think we need it on the remote. Now we haven't connected up any lights yet. The connectors should be good to go. Let's hope so anyway. So that will go up into there, and then that will come down. Yeah, let's do it on both sides before we forget to do it. And then that will go down into there. I think that is correct. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Now, the winch up button will be on this one and that one. And then we have winch down. That will be on that one and that one. Very good. Now, we just need to add a couple of lights on. So what have we got in the way of lights? A couple of spotlights would be fine. Maybe if we just have them sitting on the edge here, would that be okay? We turn them around like that. That's all right. We could go with that. That's okay. Let's make them slightly darker as well, so they're not too bright. Just go for like the dark grey, I guess. Boom and boom. Awesome. Very good. So now we can connect them up as well. So we'll go up to here. Boop, boop. Very good. So that should be ready to go now, I believe. I don't think I'm missing too much. Well, we are missing a couple of things, actually. We need to be able to release it and turn the magnets on and off from inside here as well. So we can probably start with that. Let's go for a little toggle button, and we'll chuck it down inside the sub here. Do we have? Oh, we could use the spacebar. I don't think we've used the spacebar for anything, have we? No, we haven't. All right, so this will be connectors, just like so, and that will go up into here. Where is it? There it is. That will go up to these ones here, so that will turn them on. And then the release button itself will just be a little toggle button. So let's grab one of those, toggle, and we'll just chuck that down here next to the remote. And that will release all of these. So we'll go release on all of them. Yes, we got 3. Just those 3, I think that's it. And we're also going to need to slow down these pivots here. I don't want them going too fast. So if we go speed to 0.1, just to relaunch it nice and slowly. So I'm going to do that to all of them. And then we'll give it a little bit of a test, I suppose. All right, so here is our boat all spawned in. The only thing is I haven't sealed up the deck, but we are still above the water. So that's all that really matters, I suppose. Now, are those connectors on? No, they're not. I should have had that on by default, shouldn't I? I need some ladders on the outside of this, don't we? All right, we're up. Now we just need to get in and actually turn the connectors on themselves. So let's jump in the seat. Let's make sure they turn on, push spacebar. Yep, they're on. Very good. So let's get back out of here. And now what we can do, let's grab our remote. Yes, and we need to go to channel 1. Very good. I need something written down so we can see what button does what, actually, don't we? Okay. I think winch down is number 3. Yep. Connectors is number 5. Okay, they're connected. The lights work as well, as you can see. So now what do we do next? We need to release it. Yeah, okay. Oh, not that one yet. No, stop. We need to go number 2 to bring this thing back up. Okay, so the winches do not come up high enough. I don't know why that is. But anyway, let's give this a little go and see what it does. So launch. Okay, we've got it all around the wrong way completely. But Let's go and fix that up real quick. Alrighty guys, so I've just moved down these little winch pieces a little bit more. I flipped the hinges around the other way, and I've added a button on the wall there for the connectors rather than the spacebar. So that way we can have it so it's, I'll just show you. So the default state is on. So that way those connectors on the top are always going to be on. That'll make it a lot easier for us for testing. So let's spawn that in and give it another go. Hopefully it works this time. I did not fill in the hole inside the boat, but I don't think we really need it, to be honest. We should be fine. Yeah, we're still above the water, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we need to connect these up now. So let's, oh, we've still got a remote on us, don't we? All right, so number 5 is to turn the magnets on. There we go, they're connected. And then let's release this all. So we go that one. Okay, now we need to come up. Okay, it still does not lift it up high enough. I don't know why that is. Okay, we're definitely going to have to fix that. Let's give this a go, though, the little launching system. Why are they stretching out so much? It's not that heavy, is it? Why is that not launched there either? What is going on? Oh, goodness me. There it is. I mean, it's in the water. It doesn't work real well, but it's in there. We should probably try this again. I don't know what's going on. Why are they stretching so much? Look at that. Goodness me. Is it the weight of it? It's not that heavy. It's really not that heavy. I don't know why it's doing that. We have to come up with a different fix for this. Oh, dearie me. Okay, so we can connect them back up. Alrighty guys, I've had a million problems with this thing. I cannot seem to get it working properly. I'll show you what I mean. So they come down, they connect up and whatnot. You can release it and everything. Now, these cables, when they're connected to connectors or anything else that connects on a separate body, the cables seem to go extremely stretchy, and I don't know why. Like, this is up all the way apparently. So I can't really launch it properly. As you can see, it just tips it over until the cable takes up the slack. But look how far it has to stretch before it takes up slack. Look how long it is. Look, that's in all the way. So I don't understand what's going on there. I've tried it with ropes connected directly from the winch to the submarine itself, and it's been perfect. Not a problem at all. But when I use the cables, it does this. I'm not sure what's going on. So what I'm going to have to do is convert this to ropes until they fix this issue. So I don't know when that will be or if it will happen, but or if I'm doing something wrong, feel free to let me know. But I feel like something is wrong with the cables at the moment when they're connected to like another body. But look, if I go like this and connect it up directly with ropes, it works absolutely perfectly. I'll show you guys. Okay, so this is it with the rope. So we'll release it and then I'll bring the cable up and the submarine comes all the way up to the top, just like that. So it can perfectly clear everything. As you can see, I'll just show you. It launches perfectly, no issues at all. It does exactly what it's meant to do, and they're not stretching all the way. So I don't really know what's going on there. But the only thing is we need a counterweight because it's trying to tip the ship over. But that's all right. And then obviously we can just launch it from here. That will go all the way down into the water. If I push the right button. There we go, it's going down now. So it seems to work pretty well with the ropes. The only problem is, I'll just show you with this, which we're going to have to make these work for now though until this other issue gets fixed. Okay, so when it's in the water, just like this, and we want to disconnect it, which is fine. So we disconnect them, blah, blah, blah. Then we want to connect it all back up. So we have to grab the rope. We have to do a big jump to be able to get to that winch. Oh, dearie me, what's going on? Just like that, we've got it. I don't know why the back's sinking in. And then we connect it up like that. That is our only option. So I don't know, yeah, what we can, there's nothing else we can really do. But anyway, that works like this though. So we might have to leave it like that. We'll bring this back up and then we'll fold the crane back away. Yeah, so it's really strange, a little bit annoying, but yeah, this is the best we can make work now, so we'll have to make it do. This is coming up. Come on, up you go. And we might, oh no, we probably shouldn't speed those winches up. And then we can just fold it back. We'll go back in the remote and boop, and it should start coming back. There it goes. Very nice. So other than that little issue, it works absolutely fine. It works perfectly, nice and slow, nice good speed. And then we can turn on the connectors. So they'll connect up as soon as it comes back down. And just like that, perfect. And then we should be able to lower this down onto its connector, hopefully. Is it up? It's close. It did work. I was testing it. It did work, but anyway. So we're going to have to leave it just like this for now, which is unfortunate, but that's how it is. So what we'll do, let's just repair all of this and get this sorted again. So from here on, we might have a bit of a wall, and then we might have a little control panel sitting right here behind it, everything. So what we could do, we might put a little wedge thing on there. Actually, it'll come up like this. Yes. And we'll just grab some wedges and go around the side. And we'll come up like that. Very good. Now, I don't know how far across we want this to come. We could probably just go like that. It'll be fine. Now, all this has to be put away. So let's grab this and this. We don't need that remote there anymore. We'll sort out another spot for that. Let's move it. Very good. Okay, there's lots of cables going everywhere, but that's all right. Let's put it down in our little room. Is it this one here? Here it is, right here. We're very close. All right, we'll come down this way, and we'll turn it up against the wall, just like this. Is that in? There we go. That's better. And we'll just come down that little spot there. Awesome. Paste it and merge it all together. Very good. So that should all work still. We have this little button, and we've got to sort out the rest of this. That is the release button. We'll sort that out in just a moment. Now, I don't think, if we just make that come to there, maybe we'll grab a couple more wedges. We'll turn these around like this, come down, and then this can be the little area that we have the controller in and whatnot. So that'll be fine. So we'll come up like this and just fill that in, and we'll sort out some little controls in there in just a moment. We also need a charge port for this thing. So the charge is actually hidden up in there. We may have to move that. So maybe we could put the charger right here. That might be all right. So we'll grab this and we'll turn that around. We'll just sit it here. It'll be fine. That's okay. We'll just grab another wedge and fill in that side. And we'll grab another wedge and we'll go on the top of that. Perfect. Now we just need to get rid of this one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And there is our charge port. So let's just make sure the power is hooked up to that one and we're not missing anything else. That's okay. So now we're going to have a little charger sitting on the deck here, so we can connect that up. So we just have like a little thing that will stick up like this, I suppose, with a little wedge on the top. Or maybe what we could do, we might come down a couple more actually and put a couple wedges like this, and we'll go like that. Very good. And we'll put a little cable anchor sitting on the top of that. That'll be fine. It looks a bit funny, doesn't it? We'll have a little toggle button on there too. Boop, and we'll just turn that around like so. Very good. So that is the little charging station. I'm just going to paint all this white just for now. We are going to come and paint everything later on. So that will be for that. And we'll turn that little cable on with that button there. Perfect. Now we need our little remote control. And so we'll grab this, chuck it over here. And we're going to have a little list of what all the controls do somewhere too. Anyway, we'll sort that out. Little toggle button, chuck that in right there. All right, so I've just made a little paintable indicator there, and that has all our controls on it, except that connector does not actually work at the moment, but we'll leave it there for when we get to put the cables back on it. So now we need to connect this up to all the release buttons. So we've got release there, and release down there. And we could also add a little wedge in here, might look a little bit better too. Can we do something like that? Yeah, it's a little bit better than what it was, I suppose. Now we could probably put a bit of paint to outline where not to walk as well. That wouldn't hurt. So maybe, I see we don't need it on this side, so we'll just have to put it over here, I guess. But that's all right. So we'll go with some yellow and black, I suppose. Oh, you know what we could probably do too? Let's build a little thingy that comes along here. So a little, like a barrier to come up to there, but we need to be able to allow the sub to get out. That's all. So maybe we'll just put a little wedge on this one. Go like that, come down there. And then that is enough room to walk through, which is good. So we'll come up like this, and that can go the same amount of blocks out as this one. So this one's along to the here. Okay, so we probably just chuck a little wedge on right there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go like that. So that does actually come into the door though, so we're going to have to get rid of that. That's unfortunate. We might do the same back here then, and just do these along like this. We'll bring in one more and go like that. Very good. So that will allow the whole door to open, except it may hit on this crane. We should probably go and test that, and then we'll give everything a paint and finalize where everything is. All right, let's go and test it, and boop, boop. Oh, it opened. It didn't even hit. Goodness, that must have been close. Let's do it again. Buttons up here now, and boop. Oh, that is super close to that crane, but it does actually clear it. That's really good, actually. So the next thing we need to do is we might slow these down a little bit. They're going way too fast, and we might build. Oh, we won't be able to come out anymore. Will we just be along here? Oh, that's a bit annoying. We sort of need something to kind of separate the submarine from the deck. That's all. Unless we make the door a little bit more narrow. I don't really want to do that though. Let's see what else we can do. All right, so we could have this little wall that goes along here. The only thing is we can't come outways anymore because it will hit that door down here. So we might just leave it like that. What we could probably do to make it look slightly better, we'll grab a couple of wedges and we'll go around like this, up like so. Very good. And maybe just on the corners of all of these, we could have some as well around those little crane pieces. That looks not too bad, I don't think. We'll put another one right here. Very good. And we'll put a couple little wedges in this area like so. Very good. That doesn't look too bad, I don't suppose. It'll look a little bit better when it's painted. And on this side, we'll probably just leave it. I think that is a-okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give everything a quick lick of paint, and then we're going to spawn it in and give it another test and make sure it all works. Alrighty guys, as you can see, it is all finished and painted, so hopefully that is okay. There's our little details on there, which is very handy actually. Our little toggle button to release it and whatnot, it seems to work. I should, actually, is that back up now? Hold on, let me lift this back up. There we go, it's back on now. So let's go and make sure this door works. Let's see how it goes now. Nice, should be nice and slow. Oh, that's probably too slow actually. Oh, look at it, only just misses everything, eh? Far out. Anyway, that's okay. It works. That's the main thing. So let's go upstairs, get this thing out a little bit, and then we're going to actually test the submarine out. Make sure it's all good. We do need a counterweight on the left-hand side as well for when that comes out to the side, but that's all right. Let's keep going. Just here's probably fine, actually, to be honest. We don't need to go too far. Yeah, right there. Very good. All right, let's go back down onto the deck. Alright, so to get this thing off, we need to turn the remote on. We're going to release the connectors, and we're going to come up all the way. Yep, because it works now. We have the ropes, and we push number 1, and that will very slowly fold out. So we'll just give that a moment. I quite like this little area. It looks very cool on here, doesn't it? Kind of breaks it up a little bit. I like it. Also, the sliders stop right here, so hopefully they don't go too close to that. We'll see how we go. I also might change these to remote control as well. I really don't like those buttons. But look how much the ship's leaning on the side now. That this thing's hanging over, but that's all right. We'll sort that out. We might have to put some sort of active stabilization system in. I'm not too sure. We'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll push number 3 to come down. And that is going nice and slow. Very good. It's going to hit the water, and the boat's going to level out again. Very good. Something just like that. Stop. Okay, awesome. So now we can go and jump aboard. I think the only other thing we do need is somewhere to hold the ropes, actually. Yeah, right. So that's something we need to do. For when we disconnect them, we need to be able to take them in and store them until we come back to the ship. But anyway, let's just go down here for now. So we disconnect it, blah, blah, blah. We put the ropes in little holders. Maybe they can be up here. Then we grab them, connect them up. Oh, wait. I think we need to connect it onto the crane first. Otherwise, we can't reach. So let's just jump up on this bit. And big jump. Boop, there we go. And we'll chuck it on there. Same for the back one. We have no ladders to get up on the ship either. So add that to the list of things we need to do. Awesome. So now we can push number 2 to come back up. So we have to give this just a minute. Yep, there we go. Wrong way. There we go. So come on up. Very nice. We'll give that just a sec, and then we're going to fold it all away. And then we're going to end off the episode. Yeah, the ship's leaning so much. That thing must be pretty heavy. It's got that huge battery in it, but that's all right. Okay, now that's all the way up, so we'll turn that off. Now we'll push number 1, and that will very slowly come back. I quite like this system. It seems to work very well. Nice and smooth, no problem so far. We'll turn the connectors back on also, so it mounts back on properly. And there it is. So we need to just lower down that a little bit too. So maybe number 3. Yep, just like so. Is that going to go in? No? Fair enough, man. Is it because the ship's... No, we're fairly level, actually. You going to go in there? Why isn't it? There it is, there it is. Very nice. Okay, so that is all mounted back up, and that is just how it should be for when we start moving again. Very good. So we've still got a lot of work to do on this thing. This is going to be quite a big series just building this ship, just doing little bits at a time, trying to get them right. But yeah, we've still got a lot to do to kind of perfect this. I'd really like to put those cables on when we can as well, when they stop mucking around. But anyway, guys, that might do us for today. Next episode, I'd say we're going to tidy this thing up a little bit. A few more little things I wanted to add to it. And we might set up a remote control for this rear helipad here. And we might get some container connectors on the deck ready so we can actually put some boxes and stuff on here. Put some markings down, whatever else we need. And if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know down below and I'll have a look at all of those. But for now, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching. And I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next video.